Good afternoon, I'm Shawn Yao and this is One News Now. President Duterte said he is putting an end to e-sabong operations after he previously defended the activity for its contribution to the national coffers. In a taped address, the president said he is following the recommendation of Interior Secretary Eduardo Año for the government to do away with e-sabong. Duterte said that the 640 million peso revenue collected from online cockfighting is not worth the safety risk that players have to deal with. Government agencies are scrambling to find solutions to address price increases in commodities like sugar and onions. Shaila Francisco with the report.
To those who like their coffee and desserts extra sweet, you may have to tighten your belts as prices of sugar increased from last month. Based on the Agriculture Department's price monitoring, white sugar in some markets are reaching as high as 80 pesos. The Sugar Regulatory Administration explains production was affected by La Nina with typhoons destroying sugarcane fields. Demand also increased now that the economy has fully opened. This is why the Trade Department continues to push for sugar imports.
Working with the SRA, talagang pinupush nga natin yung siguraduhin maraming supply ng sugar kasi naapektuhan ng Typhoon Odette yung local production. And as you know, we support local production. In fact, bili natin lahat ng locally produced. Pero pag ano yung gap sa demand, yung kakulangan at hindi ma-meet ng local supply yung demand, dapat i-allow yung importation. So we really have to continue with that policy. Basta kulang na yung local, allow importation para yung inflation natin ma-manage.
The agency says there are cheaper sugar priced at 55 to 60 pesos in supermarkets under the Presyo Reasonable Dapat program. Meanwhile, prices of onions are also up in some markets with lean season coming up. To recall, some farmers complained about oversupply this past month. To address this, the DA launched its Agip Sibuyas project. The DA says that this can help prevent price hike amid tight supply in the next 4 months. Under the project, farmer cooperatives or associations in Central Luzon or Mimaropa can be given up to 5 million pesos in capital grants to deliver onions to markets, buy onions, and set up cold storages to extend its shelf life.
Ang challenge natin dyan kasi the succeeding month, hindi na ganun ka-supply, ganun kadami ang ating supply. So we have to extend the shelf life to be able to compensate for the sa kulang na production in other months. We are able to put all those sibuyas sa cold storage facilities, then monthly, May, June, July, August, at least for the next 4 months, meron tayong steady supply.
The DA has allotted 8 million pesos for the project. Shaila Francisco, we are One News.
And Pulse Asia says that the latest pre-election survey might not have captured the impact of Vice President Leni Robredo's intensified campaigning. In an interview with Radyo 5, Pulse Asia President Ronald Holmes said, "We have yet to see how the massive rallies and house-to-house visits of Team Robredo will affect their numbers." Robredo is still trailing behind Marcos Jr. by over 33 percentage points as of the latest Pulse Asia survey.
Mukhang hindi pa nakaka-capture, no? Ted, yung sinasabing ganyan, yung pagtaas ng bilang na dumadalo sa mga campaign rally ng mga partikular na kandidato at yung kanilang house-to-house campaign. Maaring magiging epekto nito masusukat natin sa araw mismo ng halalan.
Holmes also clarified that although Senator Manny Pacquiao managed to overtake Manila Mayor Isko Moreno for the 3rd spot in the most recent survey, the two candidates remain statistically tied.
Basically, walang significant change sa pagbaba niya. Statistically, tight pa rin siya kay Manny Pacquiao. Pareho ang kanilang numero kung i-apply mo yung margin of error. So, hindi naman talaga significant yung pagbaba ni Mayor Isko Moreno.
One News Now is pausing for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Keep it here. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The COMELEC has started securing vote counting machines to be used for Monday's elections. We have Greg Gregorio of News 5 in San Juan City to check on that for us. Hi, Greg. How did the testing of VCMs go?
Hi, Sean. Good afternoon. The teachers who will be serving as election inspectors here at the San Juan Elementary School have already left. But earlier today, they were the ones who led the final testing of the vote counting machines, which will be used in this polling center during the May 9 elections. More than 20 VCMs were subjected to final tests here at San Juan Elementary School. Each member of the Board of Election Inspectors brought the VCMs to their respective polling precincts and inspected in front of poll watchers and other election stakeholders. The inspectors checked if the box contains all the needed paraphernalia, including cables and thermal papers for the printing of voters' receipts. Diagnostic tests were also done to ensure that the machines are working properly. An initial report was also conducted to make sure that the VCM had no earlier records of votes prior to Monday's polls. Poll watchers then proceeded with the open voting to check if the machine properly reads an accomplished ballot. COMELEC Chairman Saidaman Pangarungan, who personally witnessed the conduct of FTS, said the process was perfect and flawless. Pangarungan hopes that this process would help convince the public that there will be an honest and credible elections on Monday. Aside from NCR, final tests were also done in Central Luzon, Mimaropa, and Zamboanga Peninsula today. Yesterday, it was conducted in Cagayan Valley, Calabarzon, and Bicol regions. The COMELEC expects to subject all VCMs to the FTS by May 7. Sean, after the final tests earlier this morning, all of the machines were reset before they were sealed and brought back to this designated storage. And all of the 22 VCMs which are currently in this room will be secured by the Philippine National Police until May 9. Sean?
Thank you so much for that update. Greg Gregorio reporting to us live from San Juan City. And actress Elizabeth Olsen is ready to show a different side of the Scarlet Witch in the latest installment of Marvel Studios' Doctor Strange. In an interview with News 5, Olsen says that she had fun reprising the role of the Scarlet Witch. She joins English actor Benedict Cumberbatch, who plays Sorcerer Supreme Stephen Strange. Doctor Strange 2, The Multiverse of Madness, will open in cinemas on May 4.
I do feel like I am the strongest person in the MCU, but I also think it's just fun to say, and I like kind of creating the debate. For the first time, she feels so clear in who she is and confident, and she has now accepted her destiny of being the Scarlet Witch. And with that clarity and that perspective, that confidence that we've never seen, to try and create an arc for the audience that maybe we haven't seen of her yet. And so that was fun for me.
And Hollywood personalities gathered for the 2022 Met Gala, themed In America, an anthology of fashion. This year's dress code is gilded glamour. Reality TV star Kim Kardashian was seen sparkling in a gold gown that Marilyn Monroe wore 6 decades ago. Meanwhile, musician Billie Eilish donned a light green Gucci gown made from eco-friendly materials. Model Cara Delevingne went for an androgynous look, sporting gold body paint. The Met Gala, dubbed as fashion's biggest night out, is a fundraising event for the benefit of the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.